The Boy Scouts of America warns it may have to file for bankruptcy because it's faced with a growing number of lawsuits over allegations of sexual abuse.
Lawyers are seeking the public release of the names and information of all accused Scout leaders. They say that the Boy Scouts of America has maintained so-called perversion files of suspected child abusers for decades. An expert who reviewed the documents says that they contain information about nearly 8,000 Boy Scout volunteers barred over sexual misconduct allegations. She says the documents also list more than 12,000 abuse victims. The Boy Scouts of America said in a statement, "At no time have we ever knowingly allowed a perpetrator to work with youth." Our Caroline Sweeney spoke with one abuse victim who says it's time for the secrecy to end.
The accountability is still just so far off from where it needs to be.
It's not easy for John Hobbs to talk about the decades of abuse while he was in Boy Scouts.
It happened up to 150, 200 times is my best estimate.
He says the abuse finally stopped in his 20s. This man, Dr. Joseph Mackey, was the Troop 42 leader for a decade, and the man Hobbs says abused him. Mackey pleaded guilty and was released on probation in 2018.
It went all the way up until even after I was married.
This week, the Boy Scouts of America is under even more scrutiny.
12,254 victims.
A mind-boggling number made public earlier this week for the first time in New York. We reached out to the National Boy Scouts through their attorney for a comment, but we haven't heard back.
These people shouldn't work at a McDonald's with a playground, let alone being alone with children on a daily basis.
We went out and bought the Boy Scouts handbook. In the front is a section on youth protection. Hobbs says it's been around for a while, but what it says and what leaders do,
they don't always add up.
Hobbs says it's time for the Boy Scouts of America to embrace victims and help them move forward. Caroline Sweeney, KCTV5 News.